Okay, so this is our riding scheme, and I call it Michigan because Michigan University a couple years ago really did a great job, even at the Division I level, at getting turnovers off rides using this type of riding system. And so blue is our team, and red is the other team. And so it's pretty simple for defense. You just stick with your guy, right? So our defenders are back here. You know, Seven's a defender. He stays with his man anywhere he goes. So if he goes up here, he follows him, stays hip to hip with him. Even if he crosses midline, our defender is going to stay with him. Okay? Anywhere they go. And so we're really going to prevent those passes that go from like goalie all the way down to an attackman. We need to cover those attackmen wherever they go on the field. It's really actually pretty simple for middies too. Midfielders find another midfielder and they just stay with them. Even if their midfielders clump up, or even if their midfielder runs back here, our midfielders try to figure out who their midfielders are and match up with them. So you could have these two middies matched up here like this, and so that's what it ended up looking like. But for right now, we'll just put the midfielders at midline because that happens often. And really, the details in this scheme come from the attackmen. Okay, so the attackmen aren't going to go man to man. What they're going to do is they're going to drop back. All right, so say their goalie makes a save and the ball is right here with their goalie. Our attackmen immediately run backwards. Okay, so they immediately get downfield, and what we're doing is we're going to jam up the middle of the field. So right now it almost looks like the middle of the field, the middies are double teamed. Okay, but really the attackmen are playing more of a zone and are just covering this part of the field right here. That's where the attackmen are covering, because they can have the ball back here all day long and we don't care. The time's ticking and they can pass the ball around as much as they want. So the attackmen, what they do is they need to run back immediately and get halfway between restraining line, okay, halfway between restraining line and midline, so where they're stacked right now. All right, and then on top of that, they also need to overload the side of the field with the ball. So if the goalie has the ball right now, they should be about even like this. But say the goalie passes the ball over here to this guy, to number 5. So that number 5's got the ball now. What they'll do is they'll shift over. This middle guy will shift over, okay? And then this far guy will shift to the middle. And now we've got it, we're making it really hard. Okay, so these two attackmen, 1 and 3, are going to prevent 5 from just running up the field. Those two guys have to play good body defense and prevent them running up the field. So we got 2 guys on the ball, and then this guy is just coming in the middle field playing zone. All right, and what we're almost encouraging is we're encouraging this pass from this side of the field all the way across to this side of the field, because a lot of the times teams can't make that pass. Or if they do, we've got enough time to recover. Or we're trying to get that guy to pass the ball, like trying to hit a midi on the run over here, which again, that's not going to happen a lot of the times. So we're trying to force far passes, right? If number 5 does pass the ball across the field like this, well then number 2 just busts his butt over on this side. This guy runs all the way across the field. They try to get upfield from him to double team. Again, remember, attackman's job is to prevent the ball from just being run up the field. And then finally 3 is just going to shift over. And so we're really getting 2 guys right above the ball, all right, and we're getting 1 guy in the middle. And that's basically it. I mean, if our guys commit to those ideas right there, then you should get a lot of turnovers off rides. But the big things is that middies have to be hip to hip. Can't leave any midfielders open. Defense have to be hip to hip with their attackmen. You can't just let them run around and be open. And those attackmen, they have to work together as a team. So like when we're doubling the ball, right? If number 3 is trying to run the ball up the field and we're doubling the ball, these 2 guys cannot be lazy and let him run through the middle of them. Okay, and they can't be lazy and they can't let this guy run up the sideline. Okay, they got to play the sideline real well, like football players. Push them out, use their angles, right? And work as a team to prevent this guy and turn him backwards, make him make a far pass. Now, if he does make that far pass, if your guys are running this really well, one of the things that you can do is you can teach your midfielders, okay, so we've got this scenario right here where we're leaving this guy open, okay, and this guy has to pass it across the field up to him. you can teach these far midfielders to crash down and be ready to leave their man and crash down. So as the ball's in the air going across the field like this, number 6 mid, he sees it and he knows that he's going to jump on that, because he knows that that defender is going to freak out when he gets that pressure coming to him. So if number 6 is anticipating it, he can leave his man and just jump on that ball, and you can get some turnovers that way as well. But that's a little bit more a little bit high level thinking with these guys. So first, just get the attackmen doing their job and making sure guys are hip to hip, and it'll go a long ways.